Today's lesson is on conflict resolution because we all have conflict in our life, regardless of who we are, who it's with, what it's about. We all have it, okay? So conflict, when two or more people want different things. Conflict, think about words that you would use to define or associate with conflict. Are they positive? Are they negative? What messages in life have led to these connections, and what are some positives to conflict? Okay, so sometimes conflict can make you better. It can make you grow. It can strengthen a friendship. It can strengthen a relationship. It can tell you who you are. It can tell you who your friends are. There's lots of positives. I know negative words usually come to our mind when we think of conflict, but sometimes it makes us step outside of that comfort zone and grow. So it can't be avoided. It's everywhere. If you have a productive way to handle it, it's going to help your relationships, your work and school environment, your family, your social interactions. And handling conflict well has a lot to do with how you see things. All going back to that frame. So, essential components of effective conflict resolution. There's listening and then there's talking. In every conversation, there's listening and then there's talking. So as you're listening, are you being reflective and active in listening? Are you listening for content, listening for feelings, practicing paraphrasing? When you're talking, using I statements to keep communication open. Are you sharing feelings, your needs, your wants? And are you avoiding attacking somebody by blaming them? Okay, if you did that, what would that send to the person? So if we think about types of conflict, there's intrapersonal, which is within yourself. Interpersonal, which is between different people. There's intra-group, which is within one group. And inter, which is between groups. Okay, so this one's with me. Okay, just me. This one's between me and my brother. This one's between me and my family. This one's between my family versus my neighbor's family. Okay? If we think about here this friend conflict, where would we fit each conflict between these individuals? Aisha and Eliza are close friends, but when Aisha starts spending more time with her friends from her co-curricular group than with Eliza, Eliza stops speaking to her. I would say that's probably between people. Although a group is kind of involved, it's more interpersonal. Parent conflict. Mitchell's parents love lacrosse and always have pressured him to play. Mitchell would much rather play baseball, but he's afraid to bring it up. That's going to be our intrapersonal. That's within him. He's having conflicting feelings. So we have 5 types of conflict management styles. The first one is avoiding. This is the turtle. They don't like confrontation. They'll avoid it at all costs. They don't care about relationships or goals. It's easy for them to withdraw from a conflict, and sometimes it causes them to lose relationships or goals. Then we have competing, which is our shark. I want my goals to be reached more than I care about my relationships. It's goals over everything, and I'll force people to see that my solution is the best in order to overpower them and get what I want. Accommodating, which is our teddy bear here. I value my relationships more than my own goals. I'll sacrifice what I want in order to keep other people happy. I want to be liked by others and avoid conflict because I think it will damage our relationship. There's our compromiser here, which is our fox. I'm kind of concerned about my goals and relationships. I'll give up part of my goals and persuade others to give up part of theirs, and we both gain something, but we also both lose something as well. And then there's our collaborator. This is our owl. Both our goals and our relationships are important. I want to improve our relationship by getting rid of the tension. And we'll have a discussion that identifies the problem and find a solution that satisfies both of us. Okay, this is what we're shooting for all the time in our conflicts. So here's our conflict management styles, and we got some pros and cons. So your competing style, your shark, it's your authoritarian approach. So your pros, it's goal-oriented, it's quick because they know what they want, but it may breed some hostility and cause some tiffs between relationships. Your avoiding style, your turtle, non-confrontational. The pros are it doesn't escalate the conflict because you just want to avoid it, but there's unaddressed problems and unresolved problems. There's your accommodating style, your teddy bear. You're willing to give up everything in order to preserve the friendship, to minimize the injury. The relationships are maintained, but people can resent you for that and exploits the weak. The last 2 here. Your compromising style is the middle ground, but again, you lose something and you gain something, so it's useful in complex issues without simple solutions. Okay, every party has equal say and equal power, but no one's ever really satisfied because everybody does get a piece of the pie. And then collaborating, our owl, which is who we want to strive to be. We solve problems in ways with the optimum result for all parties involved. Creates mutual trust, builds relationships, goals are achieved, but it is time consuming and is energy consuming, and that's why people don't tend to do it every day. All right, for your assignment today, I'm going through it here because it is a little bit confusing. We have our conflict management assessment. Okay, so you're going to rate a bunch of statements with the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, or the number 4, okay, on how you would typically behave. And then you're going to add on the back side, you're going to go to question 1 and add number 1, 5, and 7 together. So if you rated question 1 as a 2, and question 5 as a 2, and question 7 as a 2, you're going to write 6 right here. All right. And then you're going to answer these questions at the bottom. When you're done, turn it into Schoology.